It's time to let's get started. The theme of our conference, Learn, Innovate, Collaborate, and Transform, encapsulates the spirit of this transformation. It's a call to action for us all to come together, share insights, forge new paths, and create a future-ready workforce. I'm excited to introduce an impressive lineup of speakers, panelists, and industry experts who will share their valuable insights and experiences. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker for the day, distinguished expert in the field of research. Let's welcome Mr. Prabhu Ram, Vice President, Industry Research Group, CyberMedia, who will be sharing his insights on the emerging trends in higher education. Prabhu advises industry participants on the dynamic technology market in India and other Asian geographies through proprietary and custom technology research across technology domains. Let's give a big round of applause to Prabhu Ram.
Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, and it's always a privilege to be here, to kick off such events with an opening note. CyberMedia itself is an institution, it's a sentinel to all that has happened in technology over the course of the past 4 decades or so. So it's a true privilege and that honor to present to all of you esteemed guests as well. I'm a technology analyst by profession. I lead research at CyberMedia Research. Every single day we talk to clients to understand technology issues, talk about solutions and advisory as such. And today I'm going to present my perspectives in that sense, which is based on research that we have done at CyberMedia Research, as well as along with what we have done with DQ. So over the past many years, we have been tracking the technology school ecosystem in India. We have been talking about the trends within that. There are trends in terms of intellectual property, in terms of innovation, industry academia collaborations, and so on and so forth. But before we do that, let me just talk about what are those trends that are shaping higher education today. And this is not an easy question to answer, right? If you were to ask me maybe a year back, maybe 2 years back, I would have said it's all about the metaverse, it's about the AR, VR, and whatnot. This is from this year. The photo that you're seeing right now, that's something which happened as late as April of this year. It's all about augmented reality. This is from Apple. Again, the point to say that this is just about starting off. It's not really there yet. So, but there is one particular theme which is dominating the minds today. I'm going to talk about that.
Hello there.
With a short video.
I'm here with my son, and I'd love you to tutor him on this math problem. But don't give him the answer. You can ask questions and nudge him in the right direction, but I really want to make sure he understands it himself. And he's here in the room, so you can talk to him directly.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. Let's look at the problem together. Can you first identify which sides of the triangle are the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse relative to angle alpha?
All right, so I'm pretty sure this is the angle alpha right here, right?
Perfect. That's correct. Now,
and so that this is a theme which has been playing out like anything. AI is top of the mind for everyone. As an analyst, when we have the privilege of traveling across, talking to audiences such as yours, we do get the view that AI is really on the top of the mind for people across, whether it be CIOs, CXOs, whether it be students or educators and whatnot. I'm going to touch upon that, talking about how this particular trend is shaping technology as well as education in the year ahead as such, Let me start with the first trend that we are seeing. Again, this is about the walled gardens, Look at this presentation from the perspective of a person who looks at it from accessibility, availability, and affordability, those 3 A's. I come from a small town, and I have seen this life all throughout. The opportunities that are out there today were not there earlier. So when we talk about walled gardens crumbling, what do we mean? So if you were to see the opportunities that we have today are unlike anything before. If you were to see all of these online portals like from Coursera, Duolingo, MIT for that matter, or you have Perplexity as well. These are all changing the paradigm, from search to seek. And the users there, 129 million, you have Duolingo at 98 million. Fun fact, like my daughter, she was 8 when she started on Duolingo, learned Spanish, and today now she is learning Japanese as such. She's just 11 right now. And that's changing the course, right? We have seen exceptional growth across for all of these platforms. Coursera has seen 4x growth since the COVID. There has been 1.5, and these trends spread across whichever platform you talk about. And this has implications for the environment that the T schools operate in. We are talking in terms of access to information and knowledge anytime, anywhere. It's available for people. Education is gamified today. I spoke about Duolingo. My daughter, she has been able to understand and appreciate all of the themes which are coming out. It's a gamification going from level to level, and so much so that she is now really clear that she wants to go to Japan, experience the culture. So there has been no pressure, there's been no push to learn, but something that she has done on her own. And the biggest challenge, because of all of this fast-changing environment, is this obsolescence of skills. Whatever we learn today, how do we keep trend with that? When we talk in terms of what's coming next as such. The field of AI is also changing. But on the flip side, the way I spoke about my daughter, and that holds true for anyone, anywhere. If I were a student today from a small town, it wouldn't have been a problem at all, because if I am self-driven, if I am self-motivated, I could really go forth and learn. This is another AI innovation, so to say. If you see now, this is on iOS 18. It's a feature rolling out called Math Notes. This was not there during my childhood. I was always scared of maths, but today if you see, it's right there, on time, on go. And so that means AI is playing the role of an equalizer as well. There is a shift from rote to research. There is the availability 24/7 of advanced expertise, as well as personalized tutors available online, anytime, anywhere. But now I spoke about how the gardens are crumbling, how there is the opportunity for students as well. There is the other big problem. That's the trend 3 that I wanted to speak about. This is about the avenues for income as such. If you were to see today the digital creators, that community is really spiking up. We are talking about 127 billion globally, 18 billion in Asia Pacific, somewhere around 976 million or so in India. What this means is anyone with access to social tools can today be a creator, can earn like anything. There is one particular youngster, for that matter, from India, who is just 23 years of age, who is earning 32 lakhs per month. Just think about that, 32 lakhs per month at the age of 23, and he's not clear what life is going to be in the times ahead. But it's all about how social is providing that avenue to create wealth. So that's the other big opportunity. What can education play a role in, and whether AI is a headwind or tailwind? I feel like there is that opportunity that AI presents in terms of fostering innovation, in terms of modernizing the pedagogy itself, in terms of really playing the role of core operations being strengthened and daily workflows being optimized and so on. There are the challenges, there are the benefits, and these are born from research that we have been doing at CMR as well. We do talk at our EdTech practice, talks to folks in the education sector all of the time. There are some benefits which we have realized using AI, and there are some challenges as well. But how do we go about really thinking about AI in a fast-changing world? You have to adapt. There is no two ways about it, right? there are new teaching methodologies that need to be taken up. There is that entire point of how to foster creativity and design thinking and how to keep up pace with evolving the pedagogy itself. And there are examples as well. These are examples of T schools or universities globally that have leveraged AI, and there are some from India as well. For instance, VIT talking about DigiAI, or IIT Kanpur using Pruter AI, and that's making education accessible for students. So, just to conclude, I have 1 minute on the clock. There are some challenges which are there, which today's research points out. There is the R&D spend or limited R&D spend as such. Innovation is a challenge. We are fourth in terms of research output, number ninth in terms of citations. Inclusion is a challenge as well. 20% of the VCs are today female in India, and these are all facts coming from the higher education institutes as such. But there are some positives. That's what the DataQuest CMR T-School survey points out to. My colleague will talk deeper about it. But to tell you that the ones which I am excited about, the patent filings, for instance, if you were to take a decade-long perspective, what we are seeing is there has been a spurt there. There has been a spurt in terms of incubation, in terms of startup culture as well, over the 10-year period. And just to conclude, what does this all mean for educators today? We have always been, like when I grew up, and that has been the case for most of the folks in this room, we were always focused on product that was like what I spoke about, rote learning, but now it's more about the process, understand and experience it, understand the concepts as such. That's one part of it, right? Which means the example that I spoke about, when you learn Japanese, you try to understand the Japanese culture. You want to experience it so much so that you want to travel there this year itself. That's the case of my kid. The other is prioritized choice. It's no longer about education for the sake of it. Everybody can have their own learning pathways built for them. That's the point about prioritizing choice. And the third is about still working with ChatGPT in a world where it's not, the dependency on ChatGPT is less, and you're able to focus on your judgment and so on. Just to conclude, this is how I believe like the EdTech practice at CMR can support you with. We are fairly strong in terms of market intelligence, research, advisory. We work a lot across the board. The T-School research that we have been doing over the years is testament to that. There are some robust advisory services that we are providing. We would be happy to talk about it. My colleagues are there in the room as such. And also, the last note, and I'll leave it at that, this is the employability index. This survey is right now on. I would encourage you to take a shot. If you have not participated, you may want to look at this. The details are available. My colleagues are here in the room. They would be happy to share more offline as well. And I'll stop on that. Thank you so much.